Hello and welcome to the Heresy Lodge. I am your host, Dylan Cooper, the constant host over here.
Gavin Franklin.
And guys, we're here this week to do a proper preview of Warhawk. We are both right about 50%, close to it. Sadly, we both have a lot of things going on in our lives. Gavin is buying a house. His work schedule is crazy. My work schedule is crazy. Had a loss in the family. My fucking basement's falling apart that we're building. Like everything's a shit right now.
Yep, absolutely. And the house buying process has been terrible. It's been so terrible. But I'm always looking on the good side. I'm just looking forward to talking about Warhammer every week.
Yes, those things that we haven't read, that's what we like to talk about. So, as always, guys, hit us up on all of our social media. You can find us on our Discord. It is pinned to our Twitter at Heresy Lodge. Email us at theherесylodge@gmail.com. We're on YouTube at the Heresy Lodge. If you play Tacticus, check out Eye of Terror. We have merch. I am currently drinking out of my Heresy Lodge pint glass. If it'd be nice if I showed you the right way.
Sweet. It still looks completely covered by the alcohol. You'd have to chug it real quick.
It's a little dark, but we got pint glasses, we got t-shirts, we got sweatshirts, we got hoodies, we got stickers, hats. I need to get myself a hat still.
I need to buy a hat so bad. I don't know why I keep putting it off, because I would love a hat.
Yeah, same. I've been putting most of my life off, and it's a mess.
Still a child.
Yeah, I also want to add more stuff because like the website we use has they have a bunch of stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what the people want. All right, people, you tell me what you want. If you want a new logo, let me know. We can get a new logo. I don't give a shit.
I'll draw it. I'll draw it right now.
I mean, we could probably use AI. It might be a little better.
I guess that's true. We don't even need an artist anymore. Just get AI to do it.
Yeah. ChatGPT, draw me whatever you think the Heresy Lodge is.
Has no idea. ChatGPT is like, I checked all the databases.
It's just a middle finger.
It's not that would be great. It's definitely has something to do with the dildo.
Dildo butt plug on the end of it.
Man, could you imagine just a drawing of the double dildo flail titan?
Oh God.
That'd be great. And it just says unstoppable underneath it.
That sounds like a t-shirt.
I'd buy that hat.
Gavin, I need you to let me know what you're drinking. I see it's wine.
It's wine. It is wine. So my internet's been out. You might notice the background if you're watching on YouTube is completely different. I'm over at my future mother and father-in-law's house because my internet has been out today. So I have a plethora of beer at my place, but it's not here. So I'm drinking my lovely fiance. When she goes to the wineries now, she buys me dry wine. It's phenomenal. That used to
dry wines are the wines.
And she was like, how about I get you dry wine? So now we're here. This is a Cab Sauv Merlot Syrah.
So it's just a blend.
It's a blend. 24% Cab, 71% Merlot, and 5% Syrah. I mean, it's pretty fucking good. It's from this is what it says. I don't know. This is what it says. CMS is what it says. I don't know what CMS. Heritage Family Wines. But it says Columbia Valley American Viticulture Area.
Sure.
That's it.
Cool.
What are you drinking?
Well, I've talked about this before, but Taxman Brewing is a brewery here that people fucking love.
I hate it.
And I always try to like it. I've tried so many different beers from them, and I come to the same conclusion. It's not great.
It's not great. It's not even that it just is bland. It's not like a lot of times you drink a beer and it's like, okay, this is an amber and it's okay. It's an amber. But every time you have a Taxman beer, it's like, this is actually bad.
Yeah, this is one of the more okay. Like I would never seek this out anywhere. I won't buy it again. If someone offered it to me in a pint or a can or whatever, I would drink it. But if someone gave me like a tall, like no way.
No way. Can't do it. What is
No.
it?
This is the Bear Hug, and it is a brown ale with honey, ginger, cinnamon, and vanilla. Here, they have a little thing on the back. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Bear Hug. Embrace Bear Hug. Our special gingerbread cookie inspired brown ale with spices, sweet, robust, and roasted dark malts are cuddled together with earthy honey, zesty ginger, spicy cinnamon, and smooth vanilla, making this ale the ultimate acquisition of the season. It's also 9%, and I am on my second one, and I have not had a lot of food today.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm on my second and a half glass of wine. Like, what is a glass of wine? Like, you have to pour from the bottle. Like, it's hard to keep track of.
So, I mean, a typical pour should be 9 ounces, I think.
What's 9 ounce? How do you know what 9 ounces is? What am I?
You
I
should
don't know
measure.
what I'm about to say, but what am I?
Well, am I a winologist? I don't know.
What am I, a winologist? I look like a measure geologist. Oh no, that's not.
A measure geologist.
Am I a measure geologist? I look like an iron warrior. I can't just.
What the fuck is math?
What is that?
I don't even know what an ounce is.
I think I play Warhammer. They're telling me 6-inch movement. I gotta bring a tape to do that. I can't just.
I just move it.
This is about 6 inches. I don't have my measuring tape with me today, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, no problem.
I would love to play an eyeball game of Warhammer. That would be a great video.
That'd be hilarious.
A little bit of eyeballing. So I'm gonna move 3.
We'll do like with the dice too. Like, oh, it looks like 7 6s.
I'm gonna say I rolled just mentally because I forgot my dice. I'm gonna say I rolled 3 6s and 1 2. Works
I hit on 2s, by the way.
Hitting on 2s. Hitting on 2s. Exploding 6s.
Sorry, pal. Do you want me to roll the wounds? I can roll the wounds in my head too if you want. All 6s, weird.
Oh, strange. So
man, I'm rolling hot today.
So I'm just gonna pour like 3 ounces of wine.
You gotta count the glug 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 glug. That's how you know. Like each
I
ounce is a glug.
I heard 3 glugs.
That's glug glug glug. That's 3 ounces.
I feel like a bit of an alcoholic because I've been holding the wine bottle. So now I just poured it into a glass, and I feel a lot less.
Well, yeah, that's the tasting.
This is
Randy and Marshall would explain this to you.
I'm having a very cultured tasting of beer. Okay.
Gavin, Warhawk.
Yeah.
Early impressions.
So I think it's the way it's organized is incredibly interesting because it's split into 3 parts, and I'm in part 2.
Same.
And what I found intriguing about it was you have really pivotal characters to the overarching storyline, like All Pearson and their whole squad of people, but they don't even appear until part 2.
Yeah.
So what I think Chris Wright's done is he said, hey, we're going to, part 1's the story of White Scars setting up. Part 2 is everything else with a little bit of them. And then part 3 is the White Scars ending. So I think it's really well organized. Because when I get done with part 1, I'm kind of exhausted from all the White Scar analysis. Honestly, it's kind of like overkill right near the end. And then he's like, switch up. We're going to All Pearson. Like, perfect. Now I'm back into it. I feel like I'm on the hook again.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really like how so far how it's structured. Still wish for shorter chapters, like I do in most books.
It's not bad. It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst, but
We're averaging like I think 15 pages.
probably more than that, right?
I don't think so. It's not definitely not as bad. Like
I feel like part 2 has been kind of long. And the
like
ones I've read.
Titan Death was like 25 pages a chapter. No, we were getting to 40.
Yeah, I mean, think about Saturnine. Saturnine had really long ones too.
Yeah. I did enjoy Saturnine though. I think you can make it work if you do it right.
Yeah. I don't know. Break up your chapters, people.
So what do you think about the characters so far? Because that honestly is one of my biggest complaints that I have about the book is the characters that are involved in the book.
So that we're introduced to a death guard in this book.
2.
The apothecary. What the fuck is his name? He's the one that's like talking with Typhus.
Not Morag, is it? Because Morag is another death guard. I think Morag's a captain.
I don't think it's Morag. It's like I don't have the book in front of me. I also don't have the book. I have the Kindle version. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
We've got an apothecary basically, and he kind of laments about how he's not an apothecary anymore because the death guard don't need apothecaries. You can tell that John French plays the game because he's trying to like bring in game components or game concepts in the book. So like obviously he's supposed to be this apothecary is supposed to be like the biologist putrefier, essentially, I think is what it end up being. And you see really cool things like bring in Nurglings, which I think is hilarious. Like he's very much so like, hey, how do we kind of take what people know and bring them into the story, which can be fun if done correctly, but can be overbearing if done incorrectly, in my opinion.
One thing I find hilarious so far is how stupid the whole death guard concept is. Because they're talking about how Typhus is talking to the apothecary about like how their communication's fucked up. And it's because literally like their electronics are rusting and breaking. I'm like, wait a minute. What the fuck? These guys are actual dog shit. Like everything that they're wearing, all of their stuff is just breaking because it's decaying. I'm like, whoa. Wow, you're fucking useless, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if you really think about them as like a larger scale warfare, you'd think they would fail, which is why I really struggle with a lot of the newer material that's being released about the storyline with Gilliman in 40K. The Death Guard are like the number one problem. I'm like, why? How? They're launching like a huge offensive. I'm like, how are they communicating? How are they doing this? And
they're talking through snakes.
Yeah, exactly. They're talking through the I'm like, sure, I guess, but like, man, I really hope the con just beats the Shadow Mortarion. And here's
I really hope so.
At the end of the day, I don't even hate Mortarion. I don't hate him. Like he's a character. He's a flawed character.
He is a character. I can confirm.
I hate Typhus.
I hate Typhus. The thing with Mortarion is he's just a bitch.
He is. He's a bitch, but that's fine. Bitches exist, and the con should put him in his place. That's what should happen.
Yeah, I mean, like of like the bitchiest Primarchs, like it's probably a Lorgar, then Mortarion.
Yeah, Magnus is pretty bitchy, but I think
Magnus is pretty bitchy, but yeah, Magnus is pretty bitchy.
I can't believe Daddy got mad at me.
He did sit in a pyramid and watch a lot of his sons die because he fucked up.
And he was repenting through his son's death. It's a super bitchy move.
I mean, that's how you repent, right? You let everyone else die.
Perfect.
That's like how like most religions do, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the people in charge. I'm trying to think. Like, there's not. I mean, a lot of Primarchs aren't very bitchy. I'm not gonna lie. I think Sanguinius is a little bitchy.
He is a little bitchy. He's had his moments. Portorabo, pretty bitchy.
Yeah, I'll give the Lion one thing. Lion's not bitchy.
He's just dumb.
He's just so stupid.
He's like a different like branch.
Yeah. Portarabo's pretty bitchy.
He is. Horus.
But you can forgive Portarabo because he gets shit done.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I mean, like, yeah,
Mortarion and Magnus are bitchy, and they just fail at everything they do.
yeah.
Like Fulgrim's not bitchy. Like he makes everyone else bitchy.
He just fucks everything to death.
Yeah, like 100%. Like
Korax lost like everyone is like, yeah, I'm still gonna go fight.
yeah, he's not bitchy at all. Like Korax is the most anti-bitchy Primarch out there. Vulcan is also very anti-bitchy. He just kind of exists and is like, fuck my Legion. I'm just gonna leave them. I don't want them anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna take these three guys, mostly because they found me and I don't know what to do.
Fuck, all right, come along, I guess.
I'm like trying to think like Kurz is a little bit bitchy. He's kind of a psychopath too.
He's more of a psychopath than he is bitchy. I think Ferrus Manus was a little bitchy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ferris was a bitch.
But not so much as Mortarion. And like Angron is definitely bitchy, but like for really good reasons.
Yeah, he makes sense,
He makes
despite having
total
nails
sense.
banged into his head that fuck him up.
And he hates slavery, which is like, yeah, that's actually a really good point, Angron.
Yeah, slavery's kind of bullshit.
And he's like, hey, I think like the Imperium is kind of slavery. And I'm like, actually, you're pretty much right.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Alfarius, who knows?
Yeah, Alferis doesn't even know.
Doesn't he might be bitchy? He doesn't even know if he's bitchy. You don't know. Lehman Russ is not bitchy at all. Like at all. Like he's like the exact opposite of bitchy. Like he could be given nothing. He's like, I'm gonna fucking figure this shit out.
Let's go drink.
Let's go fucking drink. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
It's old time, baby.
Well, cheers to that.
Let's see,
And
like,
maybe we put some leather on and do some shit later with some.
yeah, that was a good time. Dorn, Dorn's just kind of there. He's just a very stoic guy.
Not bitchy at all. Yeah. I think the bitchy awards got to go to Mortarion, in my opinion.
Mortarion over Lorgar.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When I think of like the bitchy ranking, I think of
Well,
like
think
how
about
mad,
this though.
how
Lorgar
mad
got
should
bitch slapped by Gilliman and then fucking turned to chaos. Started worshipping chaos gods. Then got slapped by Horus and then got and left again.
Here's my thought process though. When I think of the bitchy ranking, like how mad should you be? Well, like Angron should be mad. He's bitchy about it, but he should be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Lorgar literally worshipped the Emperor and had Monarchia blown up and people murdered to prove a point. And that's why he turned to chaos. I think Lorgar is the second in the rank, but he's got a reason. Mortarion was he just wanted to complain about something. Literally, the Emperor and Malcador were like, yo, bro, we will get rid of Psychers eventually. We got this thing planned called Nikeah. And Mortarion was like, I'm still gonna be a traitor.
What about Horus? Like, where would you like put Horus on the list? I mean, he fell pretty easily.
Horus is hard. Horus is always hard to rank because
He was really bitchy though. I mean, he was all upset that like people were like stepping all over his pride.
But the question about Horus was like, was that Horus before he died, literally, and then went to the
I mean, he
war?
was pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Self-conscious before he fell, but he was the one that was made war master, and like it should have been Sanguinius, but like
I think it was fine.
Tosin.
Like, imagine if it was Mortarion. How much worse would that have been?
Everyone would have been confused.
Everyone would be like, "What, Mortarion?" That's weird. I think when it comes to the rank, it's Mortarion's the worst, and then Magnus. I would even argue Sanguinius is pretty bad.
He's a little bitchy.
When he's like I'm remembering Ruinstorm, and you're like, ugh. Everything Sanguinius is saying makes me want to vomit a little bit.
The whole book of Ruinstorm made me want to vomit. That's a bad book.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, even in the Imperium Secundus stuff, it was just like, I don't want to be emperor.
Oh, my life is hard. Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd put Sanguinius third, and then Horus, and then honestly, my fifth would probably be Ferris Manus.
And then Porto Robo.
Yeah, Porto Rabo's pretty bad.
I mean, he pretty much leaves the siege because Horus wasn't listening to him. He said,
Yeah,
fuck
but
this.
at the same time, like he was also like, shit's getting kind of fucking weird.
It had been winning for a while though.
He's like, I'm trying to like lay siege to the city, and then Horus is like,
Would it?
take Mercury Wall because I will it. And poor Rob was like, all right, whatever.
This is stupid. Fuck this. I've tried way too hard for way too long. But no. Yeah. I agree with this ranking.
So there we are. We figured out how bitchy Mortarion is. Can we talk about how my predictions were correct about Erebus, though?
Which part?
The fact that Erebus is eventually going to tie his way into the perpetual storyline.
So far, I've only seen one spot of him, and it was him saying, hello, grandmother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So Erebus goes and talks to Arda, whatever her name is. Is that it?
Urza, I think.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like, yo, where's the perpetuals? Because I'm going to help them do their thing. But none of them have any idea what they're doing. And I think that's 100% reflective on the fact that the authors have no idea what they're doing with them.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I really like several of the perpetuals too, but like the storyline makes I don't know where it's going right now.
We have this like idea that the blind woman from first off is what is Colchis? Is Colchis the main planet of the word bearers?
Yeah.
So John French, you messed up a little bit.
This isn't John.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Chris
Chris,
Wraight.
you messed up a little bit. She is not from Colchis.
No, but she went to Colchis. I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because that's where Magnus met talked to Lorgar after they returned.
Yep, you're right.
And she was like paraded around as like a prophet type of deal.
But she's from Monarchia.
She was from Monarchia, yeah.
Which I think is actually a city. And not
Probably. I don't know. I mean, it might be a city on a random planet, but it's definitely not on Colchis.
So she is not from Colchis. She is
No.
from a different planet. I was trying to think, like, were we told, and maybe the viewers that are listening can tell us if we're wrong. I'm pretty sure she was born in Monarchia.
Yeah, she was.
But maybe she was like implanted there by the Legion to spread the word of the Emperor, but I'm pretty sure she
Yeah, I don't think she like believes in any of that shit because then she went blind.
No, she did. She was like a preacher, from what I recall.
I don't think she was. I think she was just like a random chick.
No, I'm pretty sure she was like in the temples.
Maybe. I don't think she was like that high up though. Like it was just like something that just fucking like fell upon her.
I'm pretty sure, if I recall, that she was like almost like you would equate to like a nun in the religious emperor worshipping sects. So she like was like given to the church when she was a child. And I could be making all of this up 100%, but probably. I'm pretty sure
this would have been in First Heretic.
Like the opening of First Heretic, I'm pretty sure she like wound up at the doorstep as a child and trained as a priest to the Emperor.
Where's Raptor? Raptor will let us know.
Yeah, definitely not Trainwreck.
No, Trainwreck will be like, hey, you guys see that scene where Sanguinius gets murdered?
Echoes of Eternity.
What are you talking about? This is Warhawk. Yeah, I know. What? I'm on chapter 3.
I think it's gonna be. I think she was born in Monarchia and she was like raised in the church. Anyway, she's not from Colchis. I don't think she's from Colchis at all.
She's not from girl just now.
But how do you feel? Like, what's the idea of like, if you were the writer right now, and this is what you were given, and you had to determine where they went, what would be your like? This is what they should be doing. This is my thought.
I mean, them going to the palace makes sense.
But who? Like, there's a lot of people there. We got John, we got All, we got her. All three of those people have some sort of goal. What do you think it is for each of them?
Her storyline, I don't get currently. I don't know like what her objective is, like what she's thinking.
I have more of an understanding of her objective and story than anyone else. And that
I imagine like I feel like John and Ol should be going to the Emperor.
to do what?
Chat him up. I don't know.
To chat them up? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what would you like? What do you think like they're trying to do? Like, what do you think like they're going to do?
See, that's interesting because I mean at the end of the day, they're fucking humans.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not like they can fucking fight Horus.
yeah,
Neither of them can sit on the throne.
there's only 2 perpetuals there.
Really 1.5.
Well, no, the girl and All are both perpetuals.
Yeah, well, I consider her like, she's a fake perpetual.
Oh, fair enough. And John, also, it's like really 1 and 0.4.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, what is their objective?
And it was funny because like when you first get introduced to some of this book, like that's the whole conversation is like, what are we gonna do? And I feel like that's the author literally lamenting in the book, like, I don't fucking know what what the fuck are they supposed to be doing? Because apparently we're supposed to end with all the things that the lore said, but these guys have a role in it and it's supposed to be big, but what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, I mean, like John's special power is he can pick up languages.
And now he knows
not
like
a
this,
psyker.
but he knows this insanely powerful language now.
Whatever the fuck that means. It also like broke his fucking mouth last time he talked of it. So like, how many words can he say?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking. So the girl. I think the girl died. She was in the warp.
Yeah.
And I understand. She's very anti-war master. I think she's very scared of the warp as a concept, and she doesn't want that to be a thing for the universe. That's my guess. And I think she's trying to get to a point where she can kill the War Master. I think that's her goal.
How? She's blind. She's not a psyker.
But she has other abilities. Yeah, I mean, religion plays a role. Like, these people believe that they're going to be doing something crazy. I think she believes like her role is to kill the War Master or help kill the War Master in some way. That's what I think. Why she's being led by a person from the Alpha Legion, who knows? Because like the Alpha Legion means literally nothing. You could throw Alpha Legion in any book and it almost would change nothing.
Yeah, even like the Alpha Legion in this book, I'm just like, okay.
Who knows? Maybe he's for or against Horus. Like, we don't know.
Yep.
All. Let's talk about All. We know All was the previous War Master.
First War Master.
He believes. Gosh, I don't even know. Like, he believes that the Emperor should die. I don't know. Like, is he against the Emperor? Is he for the Emperor?
I'm pretty sure like right now he's just anti-Horus.
Is he?
I think so. I mean, Horus is bringing chaos, whereas the Emperor is anti-chaos, I guess.
I know less about all than all three of them. John is trying to fuck everything up. I think John's gone a little fucking crazy after reading that language. I think John's gonna be the dude that's like, fuck you guys, I'm about to kill all of you. I think John's goals align more with the fucking chemist dude that escaped from the
Yeah.
prison than anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ol's just like almost just trying to stay alive.
He doesn't even know what he wants.
Yeah. I don't think he wants Horus to win because of all the chaos shit and like everything that happened on
Health.
Calth. I almost say Cabal. That's not it. And then I went through like 5 different words in my mouth, in my head. I was like,
You think
none of those are
John?
Calth.
You think John still is like aligned to the Cabal story, or no?
I don't think so. I mean, I think
He
him
rebelled
leaving the
against it.
what?
He rebelled against it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he's pro Emperor right now just because I think he thinks the Emperor side is the better side to fight for because chaos is fucked.
I think John's like the I'm about to blow up everything guy.
But I think is that fair. I don't blame him. I mean, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening. Like every time like they mention like any of the chaos like legions, it's like, I don't want part of that.
Yeah, the Chaos Legions don't even want to be a part of it.
Yeah, like you got the Death Guard where their shit's literally falling apart. Like, well, our walkie talkies don't work anymore.
Can't even get fucking walkie talkies here.
I gotta talk to a fucking snake now.
Euphrates Keeler. Let me say this too, and this is disappointing because I knew it was going to happen. They fail to recognize that Garo even occurred
So far.
so far.
Which
And
is confusing because we were told to read Garo first. Garo actually came out after.
And what's even more confusing is like Euphrates just running through a city. So if Garo did come first, which I feel like it kind of has to at this point based off of the positioning of the Death Guard,
Yeah.
it's like, did Euphrates walking or running through the city? It says in her prison clothes. She just never changed.
I don't blame her.
I think that's weird. I think everyone fails to recognize short stories, of course.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Garo's been like a character in a lot of the stories.
Yeah. Here's a big one I'm curious on what you're thinking about. Sigismund. He gets this special black blade from the Emperor. I don't know what that is.
I have no thoughts. I don't even give a shit. Like, whatever. Is Sigismund gonna fight somebody important?
I mean, my guess is he kills the fuck, what's his name? I don't even know his name. The new Sons of Horus guy that's like I could have been the Mournable now if that was still a thing.
Dude, yeah. So let's talk about this.
Captain of the Second.
This is why I wanted to bring this conversation up from the beginning. There's so many new characters in this book. And like
especially from the Sons of Horus.
The Horus, we have new characters from the Death Guard. And if you go back up to like Saturnine, one of our biggest, and I mean, this is an encompassing problem. One of our biggest things was like, oh, why aren't main characters dying? And the Morning Bull died. And that was like the highlight of Saturnine. We're like, this is a good book. Like characters are dying, important things are happening. But now there's no Sons of Horus left. So the question becomes, it's like, oh, hey, Heresy Lodge, why are you being so hypocritical? Because, or not hypocritical, but like, you're going back on what you said because we killed the Morning Bull, but you're introducing new characters in order to take their place. Well, the real problem is the books are too fucking long. Like, it really should, the Morning Bull should still be here, but we should be like, I don't know, like 50,000 pages less than what we are now.
Yeah, like, I'm fine with the Morning Bull dying, but maybe it should have been more staggered.
Yeah, all at once. And I mean, if you're going to make the books as long as they are, because they talk about Abaddon coming back, and that has been something that's been killing me because in Mortis, we had no Abaddon.
Yeah,
That sucked, in my opinion.
I agree.
And now we have a mention of Abaddon, but I don't think Abaddon's in the cast list.
Yeah, no, I didn't look at it. I started on the audiobook and I've been like switching back and forth.
So we have this whole concept that's like Abaddon's been a character throughout the Horus Heresy, or throughout the Siege of Terra in particular. But now we're just dropping him for 2 books?
Yeah,
And we're getting
he definitely needs more airtime. Other than he fought his way back to the battle lines.
yeah, it's lame.
Yeah, give me that POV. I'd rather have his POV of like how shit hit the fan after Saturnine.
Yeah, like like they're talking about. Oh, he wrestled the what do you call them? The healers,
The apothecaries.
the apothecaries. They wrestled the apothecaries. I'm like, I want to see that scene. I'm gonna see this dude on the verge of fucking death, murdering apothecaries.
Yeah,
To get him back to life. Like that would be a much better scene than someone talking about it that I don't even know. I don't even know these people. And like
yeah, and it's not even like people that were like ever mentioned. Like, oh, like I'm now in charge of Aximon's company. I'm like, were you his like sergeant?
second, yeah,
I'd never heard of you.
that's what kills me is they're trying to convey this message that like, oh hey, all of the secondary people, tertiary people have died. So now like these random people are joining. But I'm like, I get what you're saying, but there's at least 100 characters that are just going unmentioned. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking kill people, like let us know about these other characters.
Yeah. And yeah, at least build those characters up
Yeah.
first. Like have what's his face leading like Aximon's group as he's on like a secret mission somewhere. Like that's fine. Like introduced him to me already.
And you don't even like there's so much blank space in the heresy that you could have made that happen.
Yep.
Like
And so many short stories. Like that easily a short story.
who's the guy? Is it Tybalt Mar that kills Shadrick?
Yeah.
He's the dude that literally got imprisoned underneath the Saturnine wall. He's stuck there in concrete forever. Tybalt Mar's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
He's the guy that got stuck in concrete forever. Why? You could kill Axeman, you can kill Tormageddon, and then here Tormageddon, whatever.
Tormageddon.
You could kill all those guys, and in this book, Tybalt Mar's the dude. And we know him, and we're like, oh my gosh, when he dies, that's going to be cool. And it makes you feel like the character is more important.
Yeah.
I have qualms with the character building in this series, in case you guys don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm trying to like the thing is to like a lot of the Sons of Horror stuff was like the first 3 books.
Yeah.
Like Vengeful Spirit was mostly like Horus's journey, that one chick, and Titans. Or Knights, not Titans, Titans.
That was a really cool. The Knights were the coolest part of that book, though.
They get cooler when we found out they're just all fucking each other's cousins.
That was so cool.
Or sister? It was incest. I think it was like closer than cousin. I think it was like half sister.
They went Jerry Lee Lewis all over that. It was great.
Yeah, like I feel like there should have been more Sons of Horus books throughout the heresy to if they're going to introduce new ones, they should have been mentioned prior, and they should have had more books because just like I don't know where I'd fit more Sons of Horus books in at, but there's 57 books, so pick a fucking spot. I'd rather have a Sons of Horus book than Titan Death
or Nemesis or Mark of Calth or Born of Flame, or we can keep going.
Yeah, there's a lot. Dicks on the Inside book.
Ruinstorm was terrible. Yeah,
Ruinstorm was so bad.
So I'm gonna give 2 predictions.
Okay.
This is a little different than what we're talking about now. Prediction number 1. I think that Echoes of Eternity takes place at the same time as this book? I think this book is going to be the fight between the Khan and Mortarion, and Echoes of Eternity is the fight between Sanguinius and Angron.
Two Red Angels.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think you'll see like Sanguinius does talk to the Khan in this book, and it does get started. But I think when we start Echoes of Eternity, the Khan will be heading out. Like we won't necessarily see the outcome of this book play into the next book until like halfway through.
Okay. What's the second one?
And this is a weird one. This is off the wall because I'm 1 for 1.
All Paris and fucks the blind chick.
I think Erebus is going to make his way to that group, but I'm going to throw in another person that's going to make their way to that group. You ready?
Yep.
What's his name?
What's his name? Yeah, that makes
so
much sense.
Lou...
The geologist or the scientist guy?
No.
Oh.
I think the Remembrancer from the Thousand Suns is going to join this group.
Oh, Lemuel?
Lumiel. When you last saw him in Wrath of Magnus and he disappeared, it said he disappeared. No one knows where he is. And they're making their way to the Inner Palace. I think Lumiel is going to be there.
I have a feeling we never get Lemuel's story.
I have a feeling that Dan Abnett got like a million story threads and was like, fuck, I have to tie
I need to write 35 books.
And that's why he's writing so many books. Like everyone's giving Dan Abnett shit for how long he's taking to write the books, but every single author left him with dead end storylines. That is like
this guy's still alive. You should wrap that up real quick.
By the way, Lumiel disappeared in the palace. What's Lumiel doing? I think they team up with Lumiel. My thought.
That's interesting. I feel like he doesn't. I bet we're done with him. That's my guess. We're done with Lemuel. We'll never see him again.
Let me ask you a deeper, more serious question. You think that we'll never, in the entire heresy or the entire siege, see Vulcan again? What are your bets?
We have to see Vulcan.
You think so?
I think so.
You think Dan will write about Vulcan? We know how Dan is. Dan,
this is my guess. All right. Horus makes his way down, fights Vulcan, kills Vulcan, fights the Emperor.
No, I don't think Horus ever sets foot on Terra.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he ever does.
That's fucking stupid.
I think that we will never see Vulcan again.
I mean, they forget Vulcan lives.
I mean, literally, it's the mantra of the fucking salamanders. Like they're literally screaming to
They made it the mantra because everyone keeps forgetting.
Vulcan lives.
Who?
It's Vulcan. He's the Primarch of the salamanders.
Never heard that guy.
What? I think if Vulcan does appear, it'll be because Dan Abbott's got. Now, I think there's two options, and I know I'm copping out because there's only two things left. I think ADB is like, guys, we can't ignore this shit because ADB reads the books. ADB is a fucking book reader.
He's a G.
He's a G. ADB writes them in Echoes of Eternity. Or Dan Abnett, the reason he's writing 3 books, like, I got another fucking Primarch down there. Got to do something with that, right?
That's fair.
Who knows? I've heard some spoilers. I don't want to get too far into spoilers, but I've heard some spoilers that Dorne walks through a desert.
Well, that's been the whole siege. That people just walk into the fucking desert. I'm curious to see where Sigismund's story goes. I didn't think he died before. We talked about this in the last episode where I don't think he dies in the siege, but maybe he does.
I think he does.
It seems the Templars are already kind of becoming a thing.
Already a thing. That's what I'm saying. I think Sigismund dies.
I can see it, although he gets a special Emperor's black blade that makes no sense. That I don't know if that like is in like Black Templar like lore of like a sword that's passed down to the masters of it or something. I don't know anything about the Black Templars.
One of my favorite scenes so far from this is like Valdor. Oh my gosh, I gotta talk about this Valdor scene. This Valdor scene cracks me up. Valdor's just like walking around the palace, and he's like, "Yeah." He's literally talking to the reader.
It's like it's a documentary.
Yeah, he's like, these fucking demons keep popping up, and they keep wanting to fucking fight me for some reason. I don't know why. They keep fucking squaring up. They keep squaring up. Whatever, I'll fucking fight them. That's literally how it reads. Like 100%, if you read it, that is how it reads. He's like, I don't know why they want to fucking fight me, but I'm here. And then he goes to fight one demon. And if you're reading the audiobook, it's hilarious because it's another one of those situations where like the narrator tries to sound like a child. But the demon turns around and the demon's like, you can just leave me alone if you want to. I'm not harming anybody. I love that idea.
Yeah. Was it a child or was it like an old person? It was an old person, right?
Yeah, but it says in the book, it sounds like a child's voice. So I love this idea that Valdor's just walking through the palace. And at one point, Valdor also says, sometimes they'll let him talk because you can learn things from the demons. So I love that Valdor's just like fucking walking around, chilling out, and the demons are like, you can just
want to tickle my butthole?
You know, like I'm just kind of fucking like I'll suck your dick right now, and then maybe you just walk away.
Think about all the Disney money.
I'm just saying, like I'm kind of like the rate here is really low, and I'm just trying to live my life here. Like maybe,
look, Mr. Valdor, I can make the fucking rich. All right, you, me, we can get a roller coaster. We can get a movie, and it'll be fucking great. We'll call it Valdor Land, and it'll be beautiful.
We could just work something out, me and you. Just us, you know.
You ever hear of a wombat? Let me show you how sexy a wombat is.
I got a really big mouth, bigger than anyone you've ever seen. I can fit all kinds of things in there.
It'll be hot. It'll be great. God bless the Emperor.
Yeah, the Emperor's fucking cool. I can't wait till the Emperor's in the warp. We can do all kinds of things to him.
Yeah, him and Magnus can like fly and shit, and you and me, Valdor, we can get dirty.
Valdor's literally, he says verbatim, no one lives down here. He's like, well, I've lived down here. He's like, well, I really
a long time.
I don't want to be kicked out of my house.
I don't want to be homeless.
These new people keep coming in and raising the rent properties because the prices around is just really messing with me.
I really cannot afford interest rates right now. Please, Mr. Valdor, please. Do you need me to strip?
So of course the demon attacks Valdor because literally the demon goes, well, Mr. Valdor, how fast are you? Just want to know how fast. Which way? Like Valdor, big complex problem. He goes and fights the demon, and I love at the end, Valdor fucking like kills the demon, and he's like, "Damn!" Valdor like, "Damn! These weapons are nuts. These weapons are fucking crazy." Like, can't believe the Emperor's just handing them out like fucking candy. And there's a whole like page about how Valdor's reflecting how the Emperor is like constantly always like, here's a fucking weapon for you, bro. Like this shit. It's gonna fuck shit up.
Shit this out. Here you go.
Yeah, this shit shoots lightning out of the pommel. And Valdor's like, what? You're just passing that shit out like candy, man.
We could really use that on the walls. Doran's like, please, we need more bullets.
And the Emperor's like, no, fucking Sigismund needs my black fucking sword.
I don't know why it's that way, but it's fucking cool.
It's cool as shit. It's the biggest most electric sword around, and Sigismund needs it. Everyone thinks the Emperor is protecting Terra, but it's really just him in his workshop building fucking weapons. I got the silver harpoon. Who needs a silver harpoon?
First come, first serve. Come on.
Mr. Emperor, can I get the silver harpoon?
Strip.
Oh man.
My favorite part about all that is my wife texting us, "What the fuck is happening up there?"
Why are you talking like Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse was trying to suck off Constantine Valdor. You don't understand.
It's a whole thing.
The Emperor's giving away weapons, and Valdor is killing residents. The weapons.
He is killing residents.
Valdor is the absolute worst landlord you could ask for.
I agree. And there's some bad ones out there.
There are, but Valdor's the worst. He's gonna chop your shit down.
Yeah. Gavin, anything else you want to talk about for Warhawk before we wrap up here?
No, I think that's it. It was just Valdor's landlord capabilities.
And they're not great.
They're not great.
So, guys, next week we will not be reviewing Warhawk. We're gonna have a special episode. We'll talk more about why next week. Just to kind of throw it all in there. It'll be a fun episode. Should be a good time. We'll follow up with our review. It'll probably only be one episode. It might be two. Who knows? Depends how beefy this book gets. But as always, hit us up on Discord. Find that pinned to our Twitter at Heresy Lodge. Email us at theheresiolodge@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube at the Heresy Lodge. If you play Tentacus, check out I Have Terror. Check out our merch. Got pint glasses, t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, all the things. If you need more things, let me know. I'll add things.
We'll do it.
Yeah, I'm fucking crazy. I'll do whatever.
I'll do whatever, Valdor.
Well, if it'll fit in my mouth, it'll go in there.
Whatever makes us we can live here.
Please, Mr. Valdor, I can't pay rent this month. All right, guys, that is it. You have a good one, and we'll see you next week.